Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Tuesday, the 23rd of November, Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow, the busiest travel day of the year. Thanksgiving holidays coming up, and let's get right to it. A lot to talk about. We'll start with the Skycam images. First off, Mount Cheaha in East Alabama, where rain is falling. But you go to the other side of the state and look in Fayette, a cloudless sky up in northwest Alabama. How about that? We'll go down south. There's a look at Troy. That's the football stadium on the campus of Troy University. And the sky mostly cloudy down there and very mild. Well, there we go. We've got a band of showers that's been passing through the state in advance of the surface front north of here. Of course, the upper support is way north of us, so the front is running out of gas. And you can see that new energy diving down back out in the west. That's going to set up a big blizzard out there for some of the western states. There's the surface chart, the front on this analysis running from near Lexington down to almost Muscle Shoals in El Dorado, Arkansas. But really, you have to go back to Iowa and Minnesota and Nebraska to find the really cold air. You got 20s back up in there. And, of course, down to the south, I see 180 down there in South Alabama. So a very sharp front. And there's a look at our numbers. And the reason it's cooler over in Anniston, Gadsden, because it's raining over there. Anniston 59, Anniston 61, Gadsden 59, Tuscaloosa at 70, and the warm spot down in Montgomery, where I happened to be early this morning for the annual Rick and Bubba Turkey Toss 2010. Again, pretty warm for November. Around the nation, there's your big contrast. And again, that really sharp thermal gradient is over Missouri and Kansas. The shades of blue back up in there. That's that really cold air. Coldest on the board is 14 below zero at 2 o'clock, just north of Montana. All right, there's the radar at 2:37. Got a band of showers from near Wadowee to Ashland, Lineville, Millerville, Rockford, Verbena, Marion, and Greensboro. To the north, again, we've got some temporary clearing up in through there. Check the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. Just low-end probabilities over parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Tomorrow, big travel day. Got a slight risk of severe weather. That's the standard risk in effect for parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. Some of the cities involved there would be Tulsa, McAllister, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Springfield, Branson, almost up to St. Louis. And on day 3, Thanksgiving Day, again back to the low end 5% probabilities off to the west. We just don't expect a major severe weather problem here this week, and we're thankful because it is so warm and balmy. Often when you have that in November, you have problems. Now, where the problems are, they're out west. The watch warning map, blizzard warnings. Idaho, Utah, Colorado, winter storm watches and warnings. Up into Montana and North Dakota, northern Minnesota, big cold mess out there. But the east is pretty quiet, as you can see, if you'll be traveling. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. Heaviest rain from Little Rock up to near Schenectady, New York. Some good rain for places like St. Louis, Indianapolis, Cincinnati. And around our state, that basically goes from about 1.5 inches around Muscle Shoals down to 1/10 of an inch over South Alabama. And that sounds about right. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 12 noon tomorrow. Thanksgiving Eve. Big trough out west. Still got the warm ridging here. And there's your surface chart. The green is where you should see some rain. Eastern Texas, Little Rock, St. Louis, Chicago. And again, that southerly push is pushing that warm front north again. Those folks out there are having these bewildering temperature swings over states like Missouri and Illinois and Kansas. Boy, it's cold out west. 1,032 Arctic high, digging down with heavy snow likely for the mountains of Colorado, parts of Wyoming and Montana, the Dakotas. But again, if you're traveling to, say, New York City, Washington, Baltimore, Boston, you're fine. No problems there at all. Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, cold air trying to push south, but again, it's going to take its time in getting here. We stay very mild. We'll be in the 70s tomorrow and on Thursday, and really it looks like much of Thanksgiving Day should be dry. The front is active from near Indianapolis down to Little Rock and Longview, Texas. Very cold behind that front. And then Friday, you can see the trough axis beginning to come through, and there's the surface chart at noon. And again, it's a close call for this 1:30 kickoff for the Iron Bowl, but again, a reasonable chance the rain is over in time for kickoff. But I cannot guarantee that. I've been saying that for days, and I'll probably say it until probably Friday morning. And again, certainly the day will be noticeably colder. The GFS is showing a high of 47, a low of 42, be in the mid-40s all day. And again, considering the depth of the cold air, I wouldn't be shocked if we're kind of in the low, we fall into the low 40s and stay there all day. You factor in a chilly north wind, some light rain. It's going to be a raw, cold day, like we've talked about. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, we'll start the day in the 20s. We'll wind up in the upper 50s, a sunny sky, and Sunday looks great, sunny and warmer with a high in the low 60s. Monday of next week, here comes our next storm. Rain and storms developing off to the west. Tuesday at midday, band of thunderstorms passing through here. Those could be pretty strong. We'll see how that works out. Looks like it might be late Monday night into Tuesday with the better chance of getting wet there with storms. And then on Wednesday, the 12th or the 1st of December, we are colder and drier. All right, winter weather fans, let's see what the model madness looks like on December 5th. We've seen blizzards out here. We've seen nothing. Well, on this run, nothing. Trough is off in the west, and that looks quiet. But you go out there a couple of more days, the trough moves in here. That would suggest a good rain event, maybe some snow on the backside in the colder air. And then on the 9th, another trough off to the west, pretty cold over much of the nation. Look at the vortex up there sitting off the coast of Washington State in the northern Pacific. But that's all voodoo, and again, that will change. We all know that. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here will be tomorrow morning. We'll kind of go to a holiday schedule. We'll do one video a day tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll try and have that one tomorrow by 7 o'clock as usual. If you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.